You can tell I'm about to sleep. I hope that YouTube sent out notifications. I need my glasses on. I can't even see. And I don't know where they are. And I can't see. Let me blow up the screen. So, hello, hello. Let's see. Hi. Hello, love. How's your baby? How did she do last night, Daniela? Oh, man. So, we're going to do a live on YouTube for a little bit. I want to talk about synchronicities and talking to God and talking to the universe and all of that great stuff. And then, then we're going to go on Patreon and do the uncrossing. Okay. So I believe I scheduled it for 1 o'clock. I was trying to do it earlier, but Patreon scheduled it for 1. So I left it that way. I hope that is okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get in because people can watch the recording over. You know what I mean? Hello, hello, my other baby. Hi, Daniela, my other Daniela. So, synchronicities. I wish I had my glasses on so I can read things better, but I can't find them. I have my blue light glasses though. I'll try to use those. Really? I'm going to reach out to them and see what's going on. You clicked it. Try to refresh. Like come out, like refresh it and see if that does it. It should have reset at midnight. Because that's what usually happens to me. And it needs to be reset. But I will reach out to them and let them know and give them your exact name. Okay, that's a little better for me. Kind of takes out some of the lighting. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Daniela. Hi, Rose. Oh, thank you. No. No, I don't have a French background. No, my family is Spanish. So my father is Dominican and my mother is Panamanian. And I got Indian all up and through both as well. So, and I know I don't look it, but I am. I'm Panamanian and Dominican and Indian, and I think my grandfathers had Jamaican, like in their grandparents. So like great grandparents are Jamaican. But no French. I think I have like a little French hairdo. My curls are a little tight today. So that might give it up. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me today. I want to talk about synchronicities, because when you first start your spiritual awakening, hi Chanel, hey boo boo. When you first start your spiritual awakening, the first thing you'll notice is the synchronicities, and those usually come in the numbers, That's usually where it starts off. For most people are the numbers. You'll start hearing songs. Like while you're driving, you'll think of a person and a specific song will come on, or that song will come on and that person will call. Those small synchronicities are actually just little wake up calls, to let you know that the universe is ready. They think that you're prepared and open enough and ready to have that dialogue. A lot of us at that point will start having little peeks into our spiritual gifts. Okay. So that's when your clairaudience and clairvoyance and all of those things start to expand. And you're going to be like, oh my goodness, am I going crazy? Who is that voice that, if you listen to my Instagram, KRS1 had did a test to tell people how to connect with their 5D self. And it's that voice that's in you that's trying to get your attention, to let you know that it is time to walk one-on-one with God. They're not trying to pull you away from whatever you're used to. But the reality is they are, because they feel like you've been conditioned in that way and they want to show you the way. Okay. So usually it'll start with these synchronicities. And if you follow the synchronicities, you'll notice that in life, they happen all day, every day. And it's not just numbers. It's not just songs. It's not just anything that you really think it is. It's the ticking of the clock. It's the popping of the candle. It's the ding on your phone. It's the birds chirping outside. It's the car revving up in front of you when you're having a specific thought. All of this, you will learn that the synchronicities, it's like you're dancing with the universe once you start getting into that communication with God. And that's the biggest part that I want to get y'all to, where y'all are dancing with the universe. And it's a beautiful dance, and you'll be willing to follow, because a lot of people will get on this path and it will get hard. There's nothing easy about any path. Even the Christian path is hard, but at least in this path, you'll know the truth and you'll be able to follow. It'll be just you and God. You see what I'm saying? And that's when you'll be able to pay attention to the synchronicities even more. It gets really, really deep, guys. So when you get from, I have my microphone, I keep hitting it. When you get from the numbers with the synchronicities, okay? And the numbers start with the 111s and the 222s. Let's get into the numbers first, because I want y'all to understand the numbers. Now, when you first start getting the numbers, most of us Google them. You may come on YouTube and listen to a few of the people who talk about the angel numbers, okay? And listen to what they say the numbers mean, because they really do mean that. And if you're part of my Patreon, I'm going to post a sheet up today that gives you the meanings of all the numbers. But what you want to do is pay attention to what's happening with you when those numbers appear. What are you thinking about? What are you doing at that time? Because that's the message, okay? With that being said, let's say the numbers are, because I'm going to give y'all a synchronicity that I was thinking about this morning. 2 7s, 2 2 and 7 7. Okay. Now, the 2 and 2, the 22 is usually you coming into union with a person. And the double sevens is usually the universe letting you know that you're on the right path with whatever you're doing. Okay. Now, that's my interpretation. For you, it may just be, I need to get a job and this is the right job that I need to find. Like it goes in accordance to whatever is happening in your life. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm telling you the universal meaning of the 22 and the universal meaning of the 77. But if in your life, the 22 is about work and service and how you align with your work, then that's what it is for you. It doesn't have to follow that specific doctrine. Because again, the universe is trying to get you out of the conditioning. Let me put my phone on vibrate. The universe is trying to get you out of the conditioning that has been trained. You see what I'm saying? So yes, the numbers mean that, but then take it for what it means to you. Okay. Even with, let's say, the number 1, which is the beginnings of the spiritual awakening. Usually people will see 111, 11, 11, 11. And that'll be the gates opening. And people are like, oh my God, what's happening? 11, 11. Da, 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 da. For me, mine was 136. Not even 136, 613. That's when the universe let me know that my spiritual path was, whenever I notice a shift is happening. So they will speak to you in how you understand. Am I making sense? And I want you to don't get caught up. The purpose of me mentioning this is because I don't want you to get caught up in the Google meanings of what these numbers mean. Get caught up in what's happening with you internally and around you when these numbers are showing up. And that will teach you how to read that'll be your language with God. Same thing with the things that's happening on my phone. When I'm speaking truth and on point with certain things, the universe will let me know. Sometimes it'll be with the dings on the phone, but it won't be a person texting me. I mean, it could be, but it usually will be like an alert, something like that. It could be anything, the popping of the candles. If you're doing a prayer. Now, this is, for example, I was upset one day. I woke up one morning. This is maybe a couple months ago. And I was very frustrated, very, very annoyed at the world and this whole war thing and all this craziness and how people treat each other and all of that type of stuff. And I wanted to, like, I don't know, I wanted to do something. I was really, really upset and I was voicing my opinion. And I had a protection candle on my Archangel Michael altar going. And as I'm expressing myself and I'm raging about it, the candle explodes. And the universe is letting me know, number 1, you're not going to do any type of dark work. So let that go. And number 2, we got this. And the following morning when I'm meditating, the message I got was, my angels are always protecting me. My angels are always guiding me. So you have to trust that your messages are your messages. And for me, whatever I was raging about and frustrated about that day was broken. That situation had ended at the moment that candle broke. So that's another synchronicity that I want y'all to pay attention to, even in your candle magic, even in any type of magic that you do. If you're doing a card reading and the card hits the floor, that is a sign. Like, all of these things are the universe talking to us and communicating with us. And we need to be open, especially when we are healers and we're very sensitive to the universe. We need to be open to listening and following the guidance. Okay. Let me see what anyone has to say. Thank you. I love my cup too. Okay, so that's good, Chanel. So with the 10s and 11s, that is the ending of cycles. 10s is always about endings. And of course, then with the endings comes the new beginnings. Okay. 11s are about being in alignment. Okay, so that's when you see the twin flames and all that type of stuff. But we're not going to get into the twin flame thing today. It's just being in alignment. For me, 333 is about my angels and support and guidance and protection. Okay. So that's the universe. When you see the 3s, that's the universe letting you know that you're protected, that you're guided, that you're loved. You know, the 4s for me is definitely when my spirits let me know that they're right by me. Like, if I'm riding in my car and I see 4s everywhere, everything is with the 4s, then I know that we rolling deep today. We're rolling deep every day. Like, my spirit guys roll deep with me every day, but that's them letting me know, oh, I like the music. I'm feeling your vibe. You look cute, boo. That type of thing is usually happening on those days. So you want to pay attention, because your spirit guides are your road dogs. Like, for real, they've been with you since birth. You just didn't know that. So be open to the communication, be open to the guidance, be open to all the messages, even with the eights. For me, the eights are, what was I going to say? I was going to say a halo. It's not no halo. The infinity sign. Okay. I want to get something with the infinity sign real quick so we can go over it. Because with the eights, for me, it just lets me know that we're crossing into, again, a new time in our life cycle. We're changing. It's a duality to something happening in your life. So with this infinity sign, and this, y'all can see it good. Okay. Usually in the life cycle, we'll go around the circle and we'll just keep repeating. Okay. And eventually we'll get the lesson. And when the eight starts showing up is when we go across and we stop repeating. Okay. We go across and we start experiencing the new life that God has created. So usually during this time when God is awakening you and is saying, okay, look, you've been conditioned too much. We need you to grow and we need you to do this and we need you to learn how to commune with us and learn how to communicate with us and learn to tell us what you need, what you want, because nobody's coming to save you. That's the biggest thing about this is you have to save your own soul in all of this. So when you get to this other side, okay, it's usually not easy in the beginning because we've just broke through the karma. This is with the eights, okay? And we're now climbing that mountain to reach to that top. Once you get to that top, that's when things get easy and you can relax, relate, release, and breathe because you've climbed that mountain to clear all of that in the past. Usually when people are climbing this mountain is when you will see them saying, okay, I'm going back to church. It's too hard. Because it is really hard. That's when you're doing the shadow work. So when you're seeing the eights, the universe is usually letting you know that it's time to branch into that next section in your life. Okay. And it may get a little bit tough because they're training you, they're testing you, they're making sure you can handle the heat, they're making sure you're able to do the job that they sent you here to do. Did you really learn the lessons? Because they're going to send the fuck boys back in. They're going to be new fuck boys. And you're going to have to recognize them and send them on their way. And some of them may try to drag you and you may go through the rigmarole a little bit, but you won't stay as long as you did before. You'll learn that, oh, I did learn that lesson. Oh, I did learn not to let the friends use me anymore. Oh, I did learn not to let the family take advantage. And oh, I did learn to put myself first. That's the main part. You learn to put yourself first. Okay. So this is what the universe is wanting us to commune with them about, is to learn, listen to the synchronicities, pay attention to those numbers, especially in the beginning of they happen the whole time. The numbers are going to happen all the time. Really what you need to listen to is the world, what's happening in all aspects of your life. When you open up your phone and there's a specific quote on YouTube, that is a synchronicity that was meant to fall into place at that time for you to see it. Everything, us watching me right now, all of this is synchronicities. And you're going to notice that after this video, after we meet today, you're going to notice the synchronicities increase. You're going to listen to the birds chirp. In the morning when you're having that meditation and you ask God a question, be silent enough to listen. He answers. Sometimes we just so busy, we don't even do this today. Ask God anything and wait for him to answer. He will answer in a synchronicity. He will, and it don't have to be no numbers. It'll be whatever. Like I said, the water, the way the toilet resets, all of that type of stuff. Like literally, it all is a dance with the universe, and we're a part of this. So the synchronicities, it begins with the numbers, but by the time you are evolved spiritually, you will realize it all plays into part. The time that everything starts, the time that you spent on it, the time that it ends, all of that plays into what we're doing. When you're driving, pay attention to the numbers that are around you. They will reflect what's happening in your life. If the numbers are fives and tens and it's that means change and beginnings and endings, and then you'll notice that that's exactly what's happening in your life. If the numbers are threes and fours and 74 and 47s and 77s and 44s and 33s, you'll notice that you're in sync. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I got joy in my life. That's the joy numbers. God is like, oh yes, we're feeling the vibe, you know? And then with the eights and the nines, those are the transitions. The ones and the tens are the transitions, the beginnings and the ends. So pay attention to like what's really happening when you put the radio on and the music changes and it's a song that not only reminds you of a person, but it speaks to what exactly is happening in your life. Like when you're in the kitchen and something is going on and you randomly think of a song that you don't even listen to that genre, that's the universe speaking to you. Go Google, research that song and listen to the words, because that's a message. All of those things are messages. And that's what I want to get y'all to, that point where whatever God says to you, whatever God speaks to you, you're open and willing to listen and follow. And that's what we all need to be right now. Okay. That's what we all need to be. So yes, I love that. So yes, and other synchronicities are the colors, are our animals, our spirit animals. Rabbits, for me, always mean I'm coming into some money. I get so excited when I see a rabbit. I know money is coming my way, and I know it's coming like that day or the next morning. I don't even need 24 hours. I'm like, oh my goodness, I saw a rabbit, money. And it don't be no little bit, it be money. I'd be, oh. Okay. Butterflies. When I was first divorcing my husband, the butterflies would mean not only the transition that I was going through, but it will remind me that my family was with me. My ancestors, my family that has passed on, my grandparents are with me and they walk with me. My great cousins and aunts walk with me. That's what the butterflies remind me of. So all of that, listen to it, pay attention to it, feel it, okay? And what will happen is the universe will adjust to how you do it. So don't worry. Like, don't think, am I doing this right? Am I thinking this right? No, don't even get into that. You are. And it's not a science. It's just simply being quiet enough to listen and know that you're in the right place and you're doing the right thing, and God is guiding you. Okay. You don't want to be talking to dark spirits. I don't want y'all really doing any moon work, dark work. You know what I mean? If you're going to do any spells that coincide with the moon, do them during the day. Okay. Because at night, especially during the moon, that's when a lot of dark energy is out, and you don't want to be intertwining with dark energy. You want to be intertwining with the light, with happiness, with love, with your ancestors and with your spirit guides, and they will let themselves be known. They don't always have to do anything. Yes, red flags. We do see red flags quicker now. I'm trying to highlight them so I can read them better, because y'all know I don't got no, these ain't my real glasses. These are the blue light glasses, which I appreciate because it's making my eyes a little easier on here. Anyway, does anybody have any questions about synchronicities with me today? I just want to make sure we are clear on them. My main thing for you guys is really being open to listening to the universe. That is the most important thing, guys. We have to be open. And not just with our tarot cards, not with our runes, but just honestly, put the tarot cards aside for a week and just talk to God. Put the tarot cards aside for a week. Just talk to God. That's how deep it gets. He loves it. He loves it. Because sometimes the tarot cards, we may be speaking to our ancestors, and they got their stuff, they got their agenda, and they need their agenda met. You know what I mean? And it's not about them, it's about us, because we're the ones here. I mean, it is about them because we're clearing karma, but the clearing karma is changing us. And then the next generation will then do better and do different. You see what I'm saying? That's really the cleansing generational karma thing that we need, that people misunderstand. Like, they think that you're here to save your cousins and save your mom and dad and save them. No, you leave all of them behind. I know it sounds terrible, but you do. What you do is you start fresh with you. The karma begins with you. The new beginning begins with you. So you teach your kids and your grandkids different. And that's the generational change that will happen. You can't help mom, dad, or your cousins. I remember I used to try to help everybody I knew in the Panamanian community. I wanted all, oh my God, my cousins, my aunts and them. Oh Lord, like, no. I don't even try to save. If I'm dating a guy and he's not healed, I won't date you. I won't date you. I have to leave you where you at, baby. Because they will drag. What that does is pull you back. You can't necessarily put adults on your back and try to tote them forward. All you can do is protect yourself. So if you have to be around them, if it's your family members, put a protection on yourself before you go around them, or just don't go around that family member. It really has to be like that at this point. Like, you have to just start fresh with you and then move on to the next generation. What about intuition? How do you, Tesh? How do you know when your intuition on your spirit or guides are either a mental attack? Okay. With your intuition will speak to you in terms of letting you know this is safe, this is not safe, do this, don't do that. Of course, follow your intuition. When you know it's a mental attack is when you feel uneasy about it, when you feel uncomfortable, when you feel like you want to cry, when you feel anything that does not make you feel joy. And not a joy of I'm feeding an addiction, because a lot of times we'll feel joy when we're chasing a raggedy person, a raggedy dude, or you know what I mean? No. Joy, happiness in your life. That's when you know you're in tune with your intuition and you're in tune with your spirit guides. The mental attacks is when you're stressed, when you're overthinking things, okay? When you're frustrated, angry, that type of stuff. When people try to distract you, when people try to, because a mental attack can be, and I talk about the evil eye because that's like the most the one that does it the most. It's like people will think negative and then you're questioning yourself because of their thought. Also, the energies on the other side, what people don't truly understand is that when we pass, we really don't go anywhere. Our energy is still here. Our spirits are still on earth. This is the home place for us all. So when we're having a negative thought or anything that doesn't coincide with truly what makes us happy, it's usually an entity on the other side that's pushing that energy towards us. That's what I meant by ancestors, another family member's agenda. You see what I'm saying? Because they have their own agenda. They want their own stuff to be clear. They want their own, they have their own feelings, and they want their things done too. So you have to make sure that you're following your stuff. So listen to your intuition, what makes you feel good. That's why I'm telling you, only do what make you happy. In every situation, I don't care if it's between you and your kids. Okay? If you don't feel like cooking that day, and they're like, Mommy, I'm hungry. Daddy, I'm hungry. Guess what? We're ordering pizza. I'm not cooking today. Or go make yourself a sandwich, or go make yourself some. Like, if you have to do what makes you happy, that is the biggest thing. That's the way to keep your vibration high. Okay? So pay attention to, and if you're having a mental attack, the first thing you want to do is calm yourself, meditate, let yourself know that you are safe and you are okay. Okay. Then you want to, I don't want to say investigate the mental attack, but you want to then count to 5. Because if it's like just a bad thought, if you're reliving something bad that has happened, then just count to 5. And then think about something else that make you happy. I don't care what it is. The great sex you had that morning, the person, whatever it is. If the mental attack continue, if you think a person is doing spiritual work on you, evil eye work, or literally working you at their altar, go take a milk bath. Okay? Go take a milk bath and put some calming herbs in there like lavender, chamomile, things like that, and relax. Like, soak in the milk bath. The milk bath will calm you. It will calm your mind. All right. And then you need to do a protection on yourself. That's when your healing needs, your witchcraft need to start. You need to be protecting yourself so that, and protect your mind. My mental, I forgot what this crystal. I forgot what it's called. It's like it protects you from, look at it good, guys. This protects you from psychic attack. You can also use black aventurine and black tourmaline, the black crystals. I have some. Hematite will drain a lot of that from you. I love hematite. Hematite drains so much negative energy from you. You need to use black tourmaline. Thank you, baby. Thank you. But yes, this one right here is great for psychic attacks. Just take a milk bath, put some lavender in there, and that will really clear it, to be honest with you. And then you need to protect yourself. Protection spells need to be on deck. Okay. They could just be draining your energy. Yeah. They're just draining your energy. A lot of times, like, that's why I try not to do too many one-on-one sessions, because if I'm doing one-on-one sessions, that energy, people are draining your energy. That's why it's good to be with people who are healed, my love, because they will drain you for everything you have. That's why y'all cannot, let me tell y'all this, y'all can't be around everybody. The friends and the family that y'all used to be, y'all can't be around. You got to protect yourself. You can't be around them, especially if they're toxic, if they're unhealthy, if they're toxic, if they're sad, if they're depressed, if they're angry. You can't be around them. Y'all are sensitive souls. You can't just have anybody have access to y'all like that. Think of yourselves as supreme beings, and they have to work hard to get to you. Real talk. Even with your clients. Sometimes I will let my clients know I'm not taking any new clients. Don't send me any referrals. I do that a few times a year. I actually only leave my books open now for new people, maybe about 2 or 3 times a year now. I I'm not rushing to bring in new clients like that for readings because they will drain you, pull everything out of you that they can. And not to say this is not what we're here to do, because we know how to replenish ourselves. Yes, we do. But you also need to protect your energy. What that person, and because they're a practitioner like us, doesn't mean that they are fully healed, doesn't mean that they don't have dark spirits walking around them. Especially Daniela, you walk with light, my love. You walk with the light, baby. So if they have dark energy around them, that dark energy is going to be feeding on you, boo-boo. Feeding on you. Because they need that energy. So that's why you were dizzy. And that's why you probably needed to take a good nap. You know what I mean? Because they had a feeding frenzy while you were standing right there. A feeding frenzy. Do the bath for 20 to 30 minutes, and I will do it more than once. Okay? Yes. That's it. This is the name of the crystal. I still can't say it. Sorry, guys. I still can't say it. Lapis lazuli. Because I still can't say it. But from the moment I've had it, it helps so much with psychic attacks. If ever I'm feeling any type of way, put it on your left side. Put it on, because I'm looking at the camera like, what is going on there? Okay, put it on your left side. And what it will do, no, put it on your right side. This will, you hear my stomach growling. I'm sorry, guys. I have my French toast sitting next to me, but I didn't eat it. Okay. Put it on your right side, and it will drain, literally pull and remove anything that's protect you and all of that. Okay. So the left side is for attracting. The right side is for releasing. This is where I will put protection crystals. This is where like my hematite will go. But yes, thank you. Because girl, when I'm on here on live, and for some reason, I've never been able to say this one, but I know it. But I could never say this crystal. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you, Daniela. You're right. You're right. Okay. And seeing 10 and 11, my spirit guides literally closed all doors. I was getting headaches, signs to cut them off. Then I started having visions like, I was like, what the F? So yes, that you're in your spiritual awakening right now. So actually, Chanel, look at my spiritual awakening video, because I have it on YouTube, and it'll tell you the steps, girl. It's no joke. It's no joke. When they're closing the doors on you, it's because they don't want you doing any of that no more. It's time for you to move on. Like the friends, that's what I'm saying. The friends, the family, and then they want to put you in a sleep. Then you go into like this cocoon period where they protect you, and you still ain't doing nothing, but you're able to still survive for some reason. The universe is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. When you start this transformation, it becomes such the most beautiful thing that you'll ever go through, because you get to see, it's like you become in awe with God. You become in awe. You really do. And I got this cup from the mug from Five Below, guys. Five Below. But yes, you become in awe of the universe when you see how they protect you, how they guide you, how they caress you, how they love you. I remember when I first moved to North Carolina, and I was like, God, I don't have it. I don't know anybody out here. Like, who am I going to hug? And God was like, hug a tree. And I'm like, hug a tree? Literally, hug a tree. And I'm like, hug a tree? Stop. And as I'm doing my nature walk, y'all have seen me on them in my videos, I stop at a tree and I hug the tree. And all of the grief or loneliness that I was feeling at that moment, the tree just took it from me and replaced it with love. I felt like the tree was hugging me back. It was the weirdest thing ever. And now I'm a tree hugger. I used to think it was crazy when I would hear this on TV, when people would say, oh, she's a tree hugger. I used to be like, who hugs trees? Now I hug trees. I hug trees. They heal you. It's a healing thing. Walking in the grass without your shoes on, healing. Any type of sadness you're feeling, if you walk in your grass without your shoes on, the universe will pull that sadness from you and replace it with happiness and joy. It's such a beautiful transformation. Yes. You said yes, he is very needy. I tell you that. Okay, so that's, you know what it is then. Oh, girl, yes, I know. Girl, that crystal, I'm just clicking through. That crystal, she's actually one of my first crystals, besides like rose quartz and stuff. When I was really going through my spiritual awakening, one of the first crystals that I used every day, I actually slept with it under my pillow. Because my spiritual attacks, my mental attacks would happen when I calmed down and I laid in the bed at night. So I will put that crystal under my pillow and it will just calm me. Okay. So yes, I love it. I love it. Still speaking of crystals, can you speak a little bit about how to use Moldavite? What are the alternative ways you use it? So I love Moldavite. Oh, I love Moldavite. I make a Moldavite oil. I think I have Moldavite in my money jar. This is, I believe this is your stuff, Daniela. This is your stuff right there. Matter of fact, I still have your stuff on my desk. This is all yours. Things that I like when I'm making stuff. I want to show y'all a Moldavite real quick. Moldavite is not really a crystal, guys. It's a tektite. It's a meteor. This is a small one that I have right in here. I use the big one in my Moldavite oil. And then I keep one on me. I have another one that I keep in my mojo bag that y'all know about. So Moldavite is a tektite, a meteor that hit the earth 15 million years ago. And it melted, and then once it hit the earth, it became a solid again. And we get little chips of it. This little chip right here is probably about $70, $80. Little chip. This little chip. Okay. And this baby is a life transforming crystal. Speaking of synchronicities, this is the best crystal to talk about synchronicities, because this is when they will happen on steroids. If you're not on your life path and you encounter Moldavite, it will put you on your life path. The synchronicities will be so direct and to the point. It'll be like God literally picks you up out of whatever bad situation you're in and puts you in the right place. It's like about face, and then he pushes you. That's what the Moldavite does. It's like people who have encountered this crystal, I have heard stories of them saying it brings across demons. What it does is it makes you sensitive. So you will then start feeling all of the energies on the other side of the veil, because now we're in full contact. If once you get Moldavite, I would even suggest when you buy it to even take it out the bag before you get home. Leave it in the bag, drive home, then take it out and see how your body processes it. Don't sleep with it in your room, because you won't get a good night's sleep. It's like that. It's nagging. If you're not on your life path and you have Moldavite, it's worse than a nagging wife. It's like, it's not even nagging. It's like, get up and move, and I'm going to move you. Okay. How I use Moldavite. I use it honestly to keep me on track with my life path, to keep me, I wouldn't say to keep me motivated, is even though it is a motivator, it's more about getting you there. Getting you there, keeping you there, protecting you from anybody who's trying to distract you. It's such a, it's a crystal that I just suggest be ready for it when you get it. It's not like anything that you will ever encounter ever in your life. This one little thing right here. Okay. Vivid dreams, goals, aspirations, anything you want to do in your life. Anything that you're set here to do, it will get accomplished when you have your Moldavite. It's not here to sugarcoat. It's not going massage. You're not going to get massage with Moldavite. No, it's not like a amethyst where it gently cleanses you and gently brings in love and gently no, this is like rip the rug from under you and throwing you in whatever place you need to be, like get up, backhand you. Yeah. And it's not easy. You'll be open to the veil. You'll be open to everything that's on the other side. So be prepared. Like, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. But be prepared to work when you get it. Okay. I created Moldavite Oil. I should talk about it because Moldavite is so jarring. Like, I've heard such horror stories from people who get it because if you're not used to moving and getting shit done, then Moldavite is not for you. If you're a lazy person and you scared of everything, and Moldavite, just don't even touch it. Don't even go down that path because it'll shock your soul. So what I do is I do the Moldavite oil it's going to still put you on your path, but it won't be grabbing you by the collar. You know what I mean? It won't be that. It won't be kicking you down the stairs. That's what Moldavite does. It'll be like, you taking too long. Get down the stairs. It's like that. Moldavite don't play. I love this crystal, but it's not a player. It's not a game playing crystal. It's not one of those. You need to really, really be prepared to have that crystal. Okay, how do you deal with challenges it brings to our lives? Moldavite is hardcore. Yes. So yeah, it is hardcore. It really is. It kicks ass. And honestly, any challenge that Moldavite brings into your life is supposed to break you through to whatever it's supposed to, like, go through the challenge. That's what it's there for. It brings it to the door so you can bust through and get, like, it's like, we're gonna get through this and we getting through it today. Now, okay? Okay. Oh, Liz. Well, you know what? Be gentle with it. I wouldn't suggest you rush out and get it. Be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. Yes. See, Chanel, I feel like you're definitely ready. You're doing good. You're doing good. That's wonderful, Daniela. You know, when I first got this piece, I bought the little gold swirly thing to put it in a necklace. And I put it in my mojo bag. I don't even, do I even have the gold swirly piece? I do. Look at this. Look at all my necklaces and stuff all curled up in it. I don't even use it. I don't even use it. But this is what I bought to put it in. And I was going to form it and make it look all pretty. And I just was like, nah, I put it in my mojo bag. So I have one in the mojo bag. And then this one I keep it in my money to amplify. So that's what I use my I keep it in my money jar to amplify my money crystal jar. And then I keep my selenite there too. I should put a selenite in all of them. But in my money crystal bowl, I literally keep my Moldavite in there just to amplify the money. I let me tell you something. I do so much work, and I've done so much work in my life that I just expect money. I expect money. I expect good love. I expect a lot. I demand it from the universe. I know y'all are like, demand. I do. When I had an experience with my twin flame, guys, I remember telling God, I'm going on strike. He's not acceptable. I was like, he's not acceptable. I'm going on strike. Like, I literally be putting my foot down and letting God know, you're not just going to have anybody just running through my life, being a fool. So what I do is I just cut my twin flame off until he get his shit together, and that's it, and that's just what it is. I'm not tripping. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. That's what's up. That's what's up. It is too strong. It's too strong. So that's what I do. That's why I use it with, that's why I use the Moldavite oil for my clients, is because it's very, very strong. And I want my clients to not feel shocked, because, it'll shock the hell out of you. How can I use Moldavite for my spiritual path? That's it. Wear it, and it'll just put you, girl. When you wear Moldavite, because the Moldavite oil will put you on it too, but it's more of a gentle. It's not for people who are used to the go. So if you're a go-getter, then you can get the crystal, and it's going to just put you on it, is what it is. Every day you're going to be on it. Every day you're going to be following your path. You're going to be motivated. You're going to be creative. It's like citrine is one of those where if you're a business owner and you have citrine, it gives you great business ideas. Moldavite will give you great life ideas. Marry this person. Don't marry this person. It's time to get a divorce. Like, wake up. Moldavite just wakes you up and moves you. So that's how it's going to work on your spiritual path. It's not, you don't have to do anything, but just carry it on you, and it will tell you what to do. And then it will guide you and shut down doors. It'll be like it's like a spiritual awakening in a tektite, but jarring and crazy. Yeah, onyx and black tourmaline does, as far as cleansing and removing toxic energy. Moldavite is life-changing. Moldavite is life-jarring. Moldavite, to me, is the strongest tektite you will ever own. If you, I wouldn't compare them. I'm sorry, my stomach's growling, guys. I wouldn't compare them, guys. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't compare them, because Moldavite is in a league of its own. Okay, when do you know when the time is right to answer the call or go through the door within yourself? I never know when it's frequently find myself being pulled back to the past. Okay, so it's up to you. It's really up to you. The universe has the door open for you. Let me tell you, they don't leave it open. There's a season, and they will close the door, and they'll leave you wherever you choose to be. I feel like the door is closed. The door has been closed since like January of this year, January, February. That was a message that I got one day when I do my meditations. I try not to give them no more because they be so dark sometimes. Oh my God, it's going to be some dark times for people coming up. And those of us who are very chosen and protected, we won't even be in that. We're like taken away from society for some reason, in a real sense. So if the universe is telling you, come through this door, this is where we're guiding you, and you keep wanting to hang out with the homegirls and the whoever, that's fine, you can, but you're just going to repeat the cycle. Like when I was talking about the infinity sign, you know, we repeat this cycle. We go around and around and around and around, but eventually the universe wants us to take that jump. And right now you're at the door and they're saying, come through it so you can experience the other side. And if you want to go back, then you can go back, but they will leave you there and they'll lock you in. So what I'm understanding for what's happening in the world right now, whatever choices we've made, this is 10 years. It's a 10-year cycle. So if we've kept the boyfriend that was awful to us, 10 years. 10 years. That's it. So it's that bad. Like it's I mean, I don't want to say it's that bad, but put it this way, from what I'm understanding is if you're a chosen one, and I don't know who's chosen and who's not, I can't get into that type of stuff. I just know that they have certain souls that have certain assignments. And if they tell you the door is open, walk through the door, specifically now. I wouldn't suggest you hold it back. I suggest you walk and keep walking and don't look back. You know, before I get off, I want to tell y'all a vision that I had when I had that revelation that the door was closed. I was dreaming. I was sleeping, and in my dream, I was climbing a ladder, and I looked across and I noticed that it was it was a few other ladders high up in the sky. And I looked down and I saw clouds, and I remember someone saying, wait for me. And I remember saying, I can't wait for you. I have to keep going. So I kept climbing, and then I stopped and I said, oh my God, where is my daughter? Because I have a 19-year-old in college. So I looked and I saw her like right by my hip, and she was like, I'm right here, mommy. And then she says, oh my gosh, where's my boyfriend? And then she looked and her boyfriend was further down, but he was above the clouds. And we were climbing, and I stopped climbing for a second. And I just looked down in my dream, and I remember the clouds breaking, and all I saw was darkness and turmoil and hell. And God said, keep climbing. And I just kept climbing. And when I woke up that morning and did my meditation, the message that I got was, the doors are closed. Whoever's in is in, and whoever's out is out. This is like the decisions have been made and they're moving forward. So that to me was a big message. Like I listened, because when they told me to close my business down before COVID, I was panicking, but I listened, and thank God I did, because I'd have been messed up. My business would have never opened up again. So it's wild like that. It is life-changing. One last thing, Tesh. In times like we are right now, with 3 knowing, oh, I know. How does that affect our spiritual development? It doesn't. So, with World War III knocking at the door, we're not supposed to be concerned with that. We are on a mission. That's what I'm saying. Like, we are the generation, we are the ancestors of the new world, guys. I know it sounds really scary, but you're protected. You're protected. You're kept away from that. And we shouldn't be watching the news. We shouldn't be, pay attention to what's happening, but then don't indulge. Don't get into it. Don't get emotionally involved. Stay focused on your assignment, because the moment you get caught up in that, you lose track of your vision. And then you're in that where you need to just, if the universe has you separate from that, stay separate from it. Stay focused on whatever they have you focused on. And It's like you're going to take a nap, and this is the reality of what's happening for us on here. My tribe. I'm speaking directly to my tribe. We're going to go to sleep, and we're going to wake up like we took a nap or something and woke up, and we have a different world. And we're here to create the new. And that's when you hear people say it's going to be a new world. It is a new world. All of this COVID, all of this stuff is divinely planned and divine timing. From the light and the dark. From the light and the dark. I ain't want the messages to get cryptic like that, but that's the truth. Like, I got to tell y'all the real, you know what I mean? So protect your children, because we are the ancestors. A lot of us are getting too deep into esoteric stuff, but I want to let y'all know, like, a lot of us are the ones that are the initial ancestor with the initial wounding that passed down to and then we were reborn to then clear that up, to balance out that. So we received the initial wounding 10,000 years ago, whenever our first life was, and then we came back in this life to clear up that wounding and start afresh with our ancestor, because we are the ancestor. Isn't that deep as shit, though? Oh, I just got on. I caught a lot of information within the last matter of minutes. They took me. No, you're not. Yes. So, and that's the thing, is like, don't feel like you're alone. And I felt that way too. That's the day that I hugged the tree, because I moved from Maryland to North Carolina, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm out here alone. But I'm so happy. Like, I can't complain about life. I'm supposed to be live on my Patreon. I'm about to go over there next, but you're supposed, it shocks you how God will just come in and just make it right, guys. You just have to give him, do your work and just watch, because he's always here. Even when we feel like we're alone, we're really not. We're really not. And sometimes you'll want a person to hug you, and then you'll get the hugs. It's the craziest shit. It's the craziest. You're welcome, baby. Thank you. I didn't want to scare y'all. Don't be scared. Just do the best that y'all can. That's all you can do. Stay focused on your family, your children. You can't save your brothers. You can't save your sisters. You can't save your parents. All you can do is work on you, your children, and your grandkids, and ask God to protect and guide y'all for eternity. Okay. All right, guys. I got to get ready for my Patreons. We got some work to do today, so I'm going to hop over there. I love y'all. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate y'all joining me on this live today. I'll see y'all next Wednesday. And I don't know what we're talking about next Wednesday, but I'll let y'all know. I'll put up a thing. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Bye.